All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Podcast Juice Live. This is your host, Michael Dean. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eyewitness News, Podcast Juice Edition. I should have never let these niggas on the mic. Joining me tonight, as you can see down there, is Mr. Q Storm. How are you, sir?
Well, usually Tuesday nights I'm training, but since business has been so good, I haven't been able to make it. So I'm here on the podcast again. I'm doing good.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, sir. Real quick, I was talking to one of my old co-workers, and hadn't talked to him in months. And he said, "Man, I've been listening to the podcast, checking you out. Some good stuff, man." He says, "I feel like I know those guys as I've been listening." He says that one guy, man, he's the guy always disagreeing, but he's so entertaining, man. And I was like, Q Storm? He's like, yeah, that's him, man. So
I'm always disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. Y'all the one disagreeing.
Well, you're always in disagreement with something. Maybe you're not the only disagreement. But he definitely said, man, he really enjoyed the energy that you bring to the show.
Yes. Speaking of that, Usher marrying his mother had nothing to do with his album sales.
Oh boy.
Nothing.
Okay. Shifting gears over to Mr. Sean Hill. He is our local movie reviewer expert. How are you this evening, Sean?
I'm doing well, and I'm actually happy to report that I have finally seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, stop the presses. Let's hold up for a minute. Let's You're a few months late, but I really want to hear what you thought about this movie.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, I went in I wanted to kind of go against the grain because everybody loves it. Everybody knows it's great. And then I'm like, okay, I won't be the one that doesn't like it. But I won't say I loved it, and I know Big Sexy got at me because I said it wasn't going to make my top 10 list. It's like number 11, number 12. I mean, it was really good. It was a nice, refreshing change of pace from the seriousness of a lot of the superhero movies, and everybody seemed to be having fun, and Chris Pratt was really good. He surprised me, and story-wise, I won't even get into that because I didn't really follow the story that much, but I was just having so much fun just watching it, enjoying it. And two things I got to say. I want to know how much money Vin Diesel got paid to say I am Groot about 10 different times. And I love the ending with the "I Want You Back" him dancing. That was hilarious. Matter of fact, me and my daughter had to watch it twice because we were just laughing so much. And then the tag at the end, the return of Howard the Duck. Who knew?
Right.
Even my wife was like, "Oh, that's Howard the Duck. I used to love that movie." I'm like, "Well, we're not gonna watch it."
Wow, that's the new Joker laugh right there.
I'm sorry.
Rolling.
I never saw that movie when it came out. I tried to watch it maybe last year. I couldn't get through the first 10 minutes.
It's horrible. It's a horrible movie, but no, I really enjoyed it. So I you guys talked about it and hyped it up, and so I'm gonna fall right in line with you guys saying it's excellent. Again, probably won't make the top 10. We'll see. We still got some more movies to watch, and there may be some movies that fall off. But I'm definitely glad that I did finally see it.
All right. Well, cool. That's good to hear. Joining us, bringing in his Nagger Pass, coming in. Actually, you came in right at time because we're doing the intros. But Mr. Amp Pooh, how are you doing this evening, sir?
Doing good. I'm good.
Wow.
Whoa.
So here's timeout flag down. Sir, your sound is a little off right now, but welcome nonetheless. As you people are watching this, we don't try to live up to any stereotypes here on the show, but sometimes reality plays itself out, and you just got to roll with the punches. Welcome. There you are. There he is. Can we hear that?
There he is.
Voice. Go ahead, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I am doing very, very good. It's raining, and I guess Southern California is going to be Southern Californians.
Yeah.
All right. Well, man, can you model this lovely geeked out T-shirt that you have there? I must see what you have on there, sir.
And the Big Sexy would be so mad at me. This is actually a John Cena T-shirt. It's based off of the. Okay, let me back up. So it's based off of the old NES pro wrestling T-shirt. video game. It's John Cena.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice.
I don't particularly care for John Cena, but that shirt was so dope that I just had to get it.
Nah, I like it. It's dope, and that's sort of a play into. It hasn't been posted on the site yet, but there's a new episode of the Wrestling Rundown coming out with you and Big Sexy. Can you give us a little preview of what they can expect from that?
Yes, it's been a long time coming, but our schedules have aligned, and we're back discussing pro wrestling. And last week was a doozy. CM Punk, one of the most revered and cult wrestler, he gave a very in-depth interview chronicling his departure from the WWE. He went in and pause. We went in on him.
Here we
Pause
go.
again.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
it's about a hour 45, but you get a lot of good information as well as us clowning around, talking about waxing poetic about past wrestling, and us just talking shit about CM Punk and the WWE.
All right, man. That's dope. That should hopefully go up sometime tomorrow. So definitely look out for the Wrestling Rundown with Big Sexy and Amp Who. Definitely looking forward to that. It's good stuff. All right, let's get things underway here. Before we get into one of the bigger things we'll talk about, I wanted to talk about this. I saw this today. It's the world's 10 richest musicians, according to WealthX Research.
I can guess who number one is.
You probably could. We're gonna start at number 10 though. All right, so number 10 is a new jack to most of the people on this list would be Beyonce Knowles Carter. She's 33 years old, and she is her net worth is $440 million.
God, she's number 10.
Number 10.
See, I'm a call foul already. How many instruments does she play?
Well, that's a good thing. So the question of are they musicians would be a little shaky. Yes, I'd admit to that because number one is definitely not a musician. But
Wait. What did Morris Day say during the rehearsals?
Let's have some action. I want some ass this weekend.
No, he said it's
See,
fine.
this is.
Somebody said quote.
I would be Big Sexy for the day. Q Storm, seldom right and often wrong.
Oh, here we go.
It was on the street after the rehearsal.
And it was no.
What's the quote?
And it was no. No, you're wrong, Aunt Pooh. It was after the Jungle Love sequence. As fine as she is, she don't have to know how to sing. I know that's right.
That wasn't during the rehearsal scene?
No, that was long before. That's when she throw. That's when he throws old girl in the trash.
All right. And also, before I keep going, for a shout out to the listeners watching right now, we definitely see you. You can leave a comment on the YouTube page. We'll read it on the show. Also, you can leave comments and questions on the Google Hangout page if you're viewing us from there. And if you know that exact quote too, you can type that in there. We'll give you props on that. All right. Let's go number 9. Number 9 is Sir Elton Hercules John, 67 years old. Yeah, no. He's a $450 million. So there you go.
Yeah, I got me a hit song. Wow.
Let's see. Number 8, Sean Corey Carter, otherwise known as Jay-Z, Hova, or Jigga. He's 45 years old. $510 million. He's the first rapper on the list. Let's see. Number 7, Mariah Carey. She's
still?
44, $520 million.
She hasn't put out an album in, what, 2 years?
No, she had an album out.
But it tanked.
Well, yeah, true. I'm just saying she did have an album. It didn't do much.
How much she gonna be worth after the divorce settlement?
521 million. What you doing? I'm sure America's Got Talent ain't paying them all that much.
If Real Husbands of Hollywood can be believed, dude got some check. He's cashing.
All right. Let's go. Number 6. This is his government name, Paul David Hewson, better known as Bono. at 54 with $590 million.
He made 100 just earlier this year.
That's right, with the Apple thing.
They gave him $100 million for that.
Yeah.
Apple got money, man. They got.
But
$100
$100 million for an exclusive album? Something ain't right with that. There must be some extras in there.
But I tell you what, listen, we talking about he got $100 million. Y'all have to remember. I should remember. I can't remember his name, but the lead singer of Led Zeppelin tore up a contract. Yeah, tore up a contract worth $800 million. Now that's balling right there.
All right, we got next number 5. Ceylon. I can't even say her name. Help me out. Dion. Yeah, you're right. So much. With $2. I feel like Floyd Mayweather. I know her name. Celine Dion. There you go.
I'm sitting over here trying to figure out who you trying to.
What is she?
It's like Celine. It's terrible. 46 years old.
What'd you say, Celine Dion? What'd you say?
Now, does she still have that show? I don't know if you guys know. Does she still have her show in Vegas? 'Cause I can't see how she's down on the list.
I thought she gave that up.
Yeah, I don't think she's doing it more. Well, let me give the dollar amount. She's at $630 million.
That damn Titanic song made that much money for her?
Yeah, that's a good point. She did that song.
That's what's the Vegas money if she's still doing that.
And this is her net worth. This is what they actually have. Right.
Well, wait a minute. Net worth is what you have at the end of all your taxes and everything. So that's right.
I am not a tax man. I have no idea.
There's gross and then there's net. Gross is what you make. Net is after you pay your taxes and your bills. Well, your taxes.
You know, brothers don't pay bills. Come on, man.
Wow.
Okay. I guess we see how the chief operating officer of PodcastJuice is running.
I can tell you how much the Happy Meal costs at McDonald's. That's the level I'm on right now.
Wow. Okay. Open them books, Mike. Open the books, bro. You better open them books.
You know what the best thing that ever happened to black people? Caller ID.
Hilarious. You ain't never lie. That's why my cell phone ringer is off. Like, I don't need.
Although
Anyway.
You need to call us back. Your bill is 6 months past due.
But you know what's funny is I called my cousin. Tried to call my cousin. I ain't spoken to in a while. This you know you're dealing with some black folks. His voicemail says the customer does not accept incoming calls. Damn. Really?
That's a way to keep the game tight.
Yep.
They calling me, I will call you.
Oh man. Okay.
You gonna have no issues when he with the other girl.
Let's move forward. Let's keep it going. Number 4. Sean John Combs, otherwise
Really?
Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, 45 years old, 640 million.
How much?
640.
Hey, let's buy a vodka. Hey, I know PodcastJuice vodka. Let's buy some a vodka brand. Slap the name on it, and
Dude, you know that's gonna start with some malt liquor first. Come on.
Four Loco. We're doing Four Loco.
We ain't getting no vodka sponsorship.
Yeah.
hey,
We'll go Four Loco, PodcastJuice, Four Loco. There you go.
Popeye's Chitlin Shack, maybe.
Hey, I'll be out here eating chicken like a mug. Wow. No shame. Popeyes, what they call it, shrimp pop-ups or whatever. All right. Next up, another rapper, man, another brother on the list. Number 3, Andre Romeo Young, otherwise known as Dr. Dre, 49 years old, 650 million. As
wow,
no
he's
surprise.
number 1. Wow,
I thought he had $1 billion in the bank.
Well, he had to split. That was, he's a partner in that, so he didn't get the full.
I mean, he did taxes.
Okay.
the check hadn't cleared the bank yet.
I'm sure Jimmy Iovine got the bigger cut in that deal.
They hadn't released all the funds yet. You know, they got that 60-day-old on it.
Wow. Number 2, Mr. Paul McCartney.
That makes sense.
72 years old, $660 million.
Can I guess who number 1 is?
Go ahead.
Michael Jackson.
Not on the list.
I'm gonna say. I was gonna say Elvis, but probably not.
Not on the list.
Wait.
I'm gonna say
Madonna.
You are correct.
Madonna?
Madonna, 56 years old, $800 million.
Wow.
How do you make that money and not put out albums? What do you?
Royalties. You know, she got different agents than some of these other folks. That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, she ain't producing nobody. She really hasn't. You know, she didn't write most of her songs. But her movies aren't any good. Man, that's just.
She's very popular. She may not have written them songs, but that may not necessarily mean she don't own the publishing on those songs either.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
How that go? So.
That is shocking, though. I never would have guessed Madonna at all.
I wouldn't either. I mean, I never hear her songs when I go into any stores. I don't hear her songs on any elevators. I don't hear her songs anywhere. How's she making that money?
I think it's concerts. And I don't mean to get racial. I'm not trying to get racial. I know we're probably going to get that later. But this lets you know the type of people that will work with and help a non-black person get their money and keep it up, as opposed to some of our people.
But there was 6. How many black people on that list, Mike?
Well, there's Beyonce, Jay-Z, Mariah, Sean Puffy Combs, and Dr. Dre. There's 5, so that half of it's black.
Yeah, somebody doing something.
Yeah.
Well, let me rewind that. Without specifically speaking on like some of the older artists.
Dr. Dre would be an older artist, wouldn't he? No.
That's a really.
He's 50 years old. Been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, Where's Cube? Where's Ice Cube?
All that money is from the Beats by Dre. Come on, man.
Well, it don't matter where it's from. I mean,
I don't know what it matters. The shit is green. What does it matter?
But you know what I mean, as far as longevity in the music industry.
Where's Ice Cube? How come Ice Cube ain't on the list? He's done movies.
Yeah, but how much he's really making off those movies? You never,
Yeah.
He did like 3 movies last year, didn't he? Ride Along, 22 Jump Street, and.
Well, he's not the star of 22 Jump Street though.
Yeah, I mean them checks is nice, but they ain't.
He's not doing those super tours where he gets like, $10 million a night or something like that. So a lot of these guys can go on the road and command big dollars, right?
Well, of course, I'm still waiting for Daz Effects to make a comeback. So.
Hilarious. All right, but yeah, it's interesting that Michael Jackson wouldn't be on this. Maybe this is about people that are alive. Not necessarily their estates.
$800 million from Madonna with that.
Now, and again, this is according to an organization called Wealth X Research. Said they're using a proprietary valuation model to assess all asset holdings, including privately and publicly held businesses and investable assets. Well, there you go.
That's I gotta give her props. She put her titties on the cover, and she's making $800 million. So.
I mean, she ain't got no restaurants. I mean,
we know of.
Restaurants.
But no, I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, anything. There's nothing that you can say. A clothing line. Some shoes. She ain't sponsored no vibrators. I mean, nothing.
Okay,
well, I would say maybe, like I said, like a lot of smart business people, her stuff maybe is undercover, like maybe her name isn't on blast with it, she's not doing the stereotypical stuff. Obviously, she's doing something right.
She's doing something, yeah.
You never know. She could have invested in Twitter or in Facebook, and once that go public, there's your money.
But there's no way they keep that a secret. That'd be impossible.
Maybe I would think too. I don't think a lot of people are
just
looking for Madonna either. So a lot of it maybe is there, but no one really cares. It's Madonna. Who cares? Maybe we're talking about Beyonce or something like that. So, or Kim Kardashian, right?
And I was just using those as examples. I mean, it's probably tens of hundreds of companies like that she might have invested in, and when they went public, got her money back tenfold.
Hey, do your thing, Madonna. Do your thing.
All right, let's get into some movie talk. Some big DC news here. Some confirmations on some rumors. So DC announced that they're doing a movie based on the Suicide Squad, which will be a part of their DC movies that are all connected with Superman, Batman, blah blah blah.
Yeah, we'll be all connected.
Yeah, and so this one they've announced officially the stars of the movie. Well, let me say up front that the movie is scheduled to be released August the 5th, 2016. The Suicide Squad focuses on a team of supervillains who are brought together by the government for the toughest of missions. And let me run down who these people are. So starring as the Joker is Jared Leto. I've seen his face before, but I can't think of a movie that I know him from.
Dallas Club.
Okay, I haven't seen that, but I heard of that movie.
He played the transsexual.
There you go. Is he kind of? He seemed like he would be not too far off from my man who played Joker in the Dark Knight movie.
Yeah, I was just making that connection too. Like the last two Jokers played alternative lifestyle characters prior to their roles.
The other big one here, one of the big ones, Tom Hardy, who played Bane in the Batman movie, is going to be playing a character named Rick Flag, which I'm not familiar with. I'm not sure much about him. Margot Robbie. Margot. They said God on here. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. Oh, sorry, Sade. Harley Quinn is who she'll be playing, and she's sort of like a sidekick character for the Joker.
I'm sold.
Oh, there you go. Jai Courtney is going to be Boomerang.
Oh. Well, there went that.
Now, what is Courtney from? I'm not familiar.
He played John McClane Jr. in the latest. And he was. I mean,
he's gonna be in the Terminator too. He plays
Reese, I think, right?
Who?
Isn't he playing Reese?
Somebody in the Terminator. Genesis.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That dude is. No.
and just real quick, the Terminator trailer comes out Thursday, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
They won't break the internet. I'm letting you know that now.
Unless it's terrible, it could. But, Sierra Delevingne.
He ain't taking no chances, huh, Mike?
No, she's the Enchantress, or whatever that character. I'm not familiar with that character. The big one here, lastly, is Will Smith. Mr. Box Office himself will be playing Deadshot. And then the other thing that hasn't been confirmed, but what's the character's name? Amanda Waller. One of the front runners is actually Oprah. Winfrey. So
they know.
I would say that DC is not playing around, whether you agree with it or not. Go ahead.
They want to cast Gabourey Sidibe. That's what
that's.
Oprah's not going to play no comic character.
You never know. All
right, so I'm normally the wait and see, and I normally don't care about casting. But I think you should get one bite at the superhero apple. Once you play the superhero, move it along. Will Smith, Tom Hardy. But it's still a superhero. I don't care. He's in the movie. Move along.
Will Smith, are you talking about Hancock for Will Smith?
Yeah, I mean that's a superhero.
That doesn't really count. Come on.
It's just he played that was a superhero. What do you mean it doesn't count?
He flew in everything.
Not a real one.
He wore a costume. It's a superhero.
It was a superhero movie.
Nah, doesn't count.
It wasn't based on a comic book, but that doesn't mean it's not a superhero movie.
I mean, I just think there's so many other actors that could play. It just confuses the average moviegoer as far as the Joker. Now we've got that's not a casting, but I don't know. I just think you get one bite and then move it along.
All right, Q-Strong, what do you think about this?
I only know this of the Suicide Squad from reading I think it was a 6-part miniseries that DC put out in the 80s when I was in college, called Legends. That's all I know of them, and I don't really care about this whatsoever. They could cast anybody in this. Matter of fact, I think Deadshot, isn't he? He's a white character in the books, I believe.
Yeah.
And I've always said I hate seeing, black actors cast in white roles. What's the word? Rescind, or whatever the word is. Recant. I guess I only care if I give a damn about the character because I don't. I don't care. I didn't care about Harvey Dent. I didn't care about Alicia Masters in the first Fantastic Four. I don't care about Annie. So it's cool. This I don't care about. So go ahead and do your thing.
And poop.
The views of Uncle Ruckus do not reflect that of Podcast Juice.
And who's Uncle Ruckus? That be you?
No, that's you.
Oh, really? Okay.
You don't want to see no negras play good white folk.
Well, but see, unlike Tracy Ellis Ross, I got 2 good eyes. So Uncle Ruckus doesn't suit me.
We really got to start keeping track of who we will never get on this show. Because that list gets longer and longer every time we record.
Well, what'd you think, Ant? What do you think about this?
I'm of 2 minds. Being the positive person that I am, I'm going to say, you know what? It's an unknown property. These are B, maybe C level. No, these are C and D level characters. So why not get some star?
Not the Joker?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Outside of the Joker. So why not get some star power to add some meat and weight to this film? That makes complete sense, and I'm all for it. Unfortunately, I just think that it might be the case of WB doing way too much into this one film. The casting of Will Smith and Margot Robbie and Tom Hardy, perfect, fine. It's enough to bring in the audience, enough to get the box office going. Now, my problem is why are you bringing in the Joker? The Joker is more than enough worthy for a Batman film. They have a really good story, I believe, that they can do with him. So it just seems like, why are you adding the Joker in there? And then talks about bringing in Oprah. It's like, come on, DC, stop, slow your roll, pump your brakes. You don't need to like overload this to make sure everybody go see this film. I mean, didn't you learn? And I don't want to be too negative, but didn't you learn anything from Marvel with Guardians of the Galaxy? The biggest star in that film was Zoe Saldana, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So you don't need to overload it to get up the box office. And the other thing is if you got all those stars in there, how you gonna make your money back? You're gonna need it to do $1 billion to get your money back.
All right. Well, I'm definitely excited to see what they do. I agree with the Joker being odd, but I kind of like that. At least they're not going to do what I would expect to have a Batman movie and have the Joker. So I'm curious to see how they will play that character in this sort of situation, because he's not in the Suicide Squad in the books, is he?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So
they're going to Wolverine the Joker, I'm sure. He'll be the leader of the Suicide Squad.
That would be interesting. And if he's like a crazy, the Joker just seems odd that you could rein that character into a situation like this. But I have no idea what they have planned. I think it's interesting to see that they'll have a movie of villains. I guess somehow be heroes, or I don't know. It's gonna be interesting how they play. They say that they may have Jesse Eisenberg may have a cameo in this as well as Lex Luthor. So we'll see.
I think it's interesting too that Nolan, in The Dark Knight Rises, he purposely had no mention of the Joker out of respect for Heath Ledger. So now I think it's interesting now that now of course there is going to be mention, they're bringing the character back. So I'm just wondering what you guys think about that.
Well, it's not going to be the same
universe,
character. Right? So I don't. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely wait and see. Yeah. I wanted to tangent real quickly. Go back into Man of Steel. I just bought the Blu-ray to that movie, $6 Black Friday, so I got it.
Wow.
But there was a
Trying to get that WB endorsement money, huh?
Yeah, right. There's a version of the movie that you can watch, and as you watch it, they show behind the scenes, and the different actors will walk onto the screen and explain different stuff. That was like insanely fascinating. Because though I have issues with the movie, watching it like that, I will give them this much: they went so in depth in that movie. Like they were even talking about like in Krypton, they made the language and like the writing on the floor, which is even barely visible on the screen, is actually sentences and real sayings. And I was like, this is crazy. But they go so in depth in the making of it that I do have an appreciation for the movie on a technical level, and like what they did behind the scenes and the story, and they were so in depth on the character. I'll give them credit for that. Even at the end of the movie, when he gets to the part where they finally show Clark Kent, it's interesting that you hear Zack Snyder. He's like, you know what? I'm going to give you a taste of the Superman that you expected at the beginning of this movie at the last couple seconds of the movie. Like, I can understand that was his intention was to do it like that. And I think it failed because I wanted to see the whole movie. But it's interesting to hear that they did that on purpose. I guess understanding that they had a bigger play in mind. And that movie may play better to me if I see this other movie and I can kind of watch it and say, okay, now I can see the Superman that I want. But I just wanted to point out, if you do have the Blu-ray, if you don't have it, definitely watch that version of the movie. It's probably 3 times longer as a movie because they stop it every 30 seconds. Somebody walks on the screen. But pretty much all of the actors are on there except for Kevin Costner. Didn't do the walk on the screen part. But everybody else is on there multiple times. It's very, very interesting. There's a part on there where Superman, I think it was when he was fighting Zod. No, it was the part where he rescues Lois Lane. He flies her down to the ground, like the city's all demolished before his fight with Zod. And on one of the takes, they have him come down on the strings, and they have zombies get up from the wreckage and come after Superman. It was hilarious to see that because he had no idea what the hell was going on. It's pretty funny. But,
Superman got scared, huh?
Yeah, he was like, what the hell? But, man, they went in on that movie. It could have been better, but very interesting.
You know,
Go ahead.
I bought the Blu-ray to that, and I tend to buy. I mean, I would have bought it anyway, but I tend to look at them to see, do they have behind-the-scenes stuff or anything like that? Let's put it this way: I bought the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I still have yet to watch the behind-the-scenes stuff. I never watched that stuff, but all right, I maybe I have to check it out based on what you're saying. But
yeah, I would say check his out because he did the same thing with the Watchmen Blu-ray. It might have been the special edition, but it's a special thing where you start the movie and they'll literally just walk on the screen, and then they'll pause the movie or they'll split it 3 times and show you like, here's the pre-vis version, here's the final, and here's like the actors actually doing it. It's very interesting. I think you would definitely get a kick out of it.
It's not a second. You don't have to. It's not an interactive thing. They do it. You don't touch your remote or anything.
Yeah, you don't have to touch it. They do it, and yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, it'll drag the movie because they'll stop the movie at times and then they'll show you like, how do we do this stunt? And I mean, they go in depth. Imagine watching that fight scene, the multiple fight scenes, and they'll show you like when they first did it and with the costumes and then with the it's very interesting, man. Very interesting. All right.
Real quick, I have to do something that rarely happens on this show. I'm going to have to support Q-Storm.
Why's it got to be rarely?
Show.
The fuck?
I wanted to say it was a 2 Nick show, and you said that you felt like you were a soldier at arms in your affection for Superman 2. I gotta tell you, I'm right there with you, brother. That's my joint. That's my
Superman
movie.
2?
Superman 2, yeah.
Now do you how many? Now I've seen that thing countless number of times. I can barely sit down and watch it now. Are you the same way or no?
I haven't watched it in a while. I must admit. Now I watch the Donna version now that I have that DVD. So I haven't seen the original one in a while. So.
Now, do you like the Donna version over the?
I think if it were complete, if it were if it was his whole vision, but I think it fills in some blanks that we don't have in the Lester version, like most importantly how Superman gets his powers back. I think that's the biggest.
You know what? I forget how he did that. Don't you? I'm gonna have to watch that again. I don't remember addressing that.
Yeah, he gets them back from Jor-El.
He just said don't.
No, that's how Q Storm be doing people in the chat.
Oh, so
man.
I got distractions in here right now, so sorry I missed that.
He's in another time zone. It's all right.
But and there's
keep talking, you're gonna find out about the flashing out.
and there's more Brando in the Donna version. So I like that father-son story continuing on from the original carries over to that one, because having the mom doesn't really make any sense because she's not really connected with him in the first film, but Brando refused to come back and be a part of it without Donner. So
all right,
sorry for the spoiler.
I have to say I do like Lester's version better though.
Ooh, no, now I'd say Donner's.
I saw a Blu-ray. They got the first Superman movie, the Donner version, and Superman Returns all on one Blu-ray. I was like, wow, that's an interesting mix.
Hey, what happened to Richard Pryor? What happened to Superman 3?
Yeah, that's not canon.
Yeah, that's on this. They got a special Blu-ray of that and the first Phantom Menace with Jar Jar. They both.
That's on a Blu-ray with Graffiti Bridge, right?
Oh.
Superman 3 on one side, Graffiti Bridge on the other side.
Where's Superman 4?
It's with no, I can't say it's with Cherry.
Wow, that's the kill yourself.
Yeah, you can.
No, you cannot. A kill yourself gift pack. That would be a cold video. Graffiti Bridge. Superman 3.
Have you guys seen?
All on one Blu-ray for $5.
Have you guys seen?
That's too high.
I think we may have talked about this. Did you see what they paired Purple Rain with? What Warner Brothers paired it with not too long ago?
I can't remember.
Hustle
and Flow. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
I think that works personally. I think it works.
That's an odd combo though.
I can see Purple Rain with Last Dragon.
Nah. They're both music movies. It's about a guy who essentially has no respect for women. He thinks he's a pimp. And they both want to be successful, and they're coming out of small little towns. And it's both R-rated movies.
I did listen to the commentary on Hustle and Flow, and the director said that he modeled what's the character's name? Can't think of the character's name. Terrence Howard's character. He modeled the last performance in the movie after the Purple Rain performance. So he said that he started tight on his face, and as the performance of the song is progressing, he pulls the camera out to a longer shot, just like in Purple Rain. If you watch it, it is almost identical to the Purple Rain, which I think is kind of interesting.
All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit here. I want to read this story, get you guys' opinion on this. This is actually a story local to me. I just saw this today. Headline, though, is the feds. Kirkland man arrested for threats to kill Ferguson officer, and that's Kirkland, Washington, outside of Seattle. It says a man was arrested Tuesday on federal charges of posting internet threats against a police officer in Ferguson, Missouri, after a black teenager was shot and killed. Defendant Jaleel Abdul-Jabbar, he's 46.
Any relation?
46 of Kirkland. He began posting threats on Facebook soon after the shooting of Michael Brown. The complaint includes FBI Special Agent Brett Grover saying the threats relate to the widely publicized events of August the 9th, during which Officer D.W. fatally shot Michael Brown. The complaint does not specifically name then Officer Darren Wilson as the victim of the threats, but it's policy to withhold the names of victims in such crimes. It says a spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office. So essentially, this guy went on his Facebook page, and you can actually, his Facebook page is still very much active.
Wow.
You can go in there and see, but what he did was he was on his Facebook page, on his timeline, talking about, let's go give the bullets back to the police. And what he says, August 30th, he said, we really need to start killing the police. Oops, I mean our oppressors. Let's give the bullets back.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, then he says, let's give the bullets back. So this was a case of somebody going on their Facebook page saying they was going to shoot some police officers in Ferguson, and the U.S. government no joke, they came knocking at his door, and he was in a federal courtroom on some Fed charges. And this was not a thugged out type of dude. If you kind of look at it, he looks like he worked at Nintendo. He's about our age bracket, right? But this is serious. Like, you can't be on there talking crazy on Facebook.
Now, wait. Okay. Now, Aunt Pooh, get ready to suit up. just like you pointed out that story about the white dude in San Diego. Get ready to suit up, bro. Because was it yesterday? On CBS this morning, there was a feature story about a guy who is in jail right now. Or is he? Yeah, I think he's in jail right now. He is appealing his sentence to the Supreme Court. He was jailed because he was on Facebook and he was posting threats about going and shooting up kindergartners, or going into a kindergarten and shooting everybody up and making terroristic threats. And the Supreme Court is actually going to consider his case as that being free speech and possibly let him go. Yet this guy, what was the story? He's being held by the FBI.
Well, he was arrested on federal charges on Tuesday, making internet threats against a police officer.
Does it say if he mentioned that police officer by name?
Well, at the time, I don't think Darren Wilson's name had been released, but this was back when it first happened. So
yeah.
I don't know if he said it. From the ones I see here, it doesn't say he says his name.
That sounds like bullshit to me. I mean, if you're gonna let this other guy go, how are you gonna arrest this guy for saying what so many people feel, and it not be free speech?
Yeah, I wish we had Big Sexy on here. I mean, they say that it's illegal to make threats against federal employees, I guess.
That's what
they're local.
Yeah, they're not federal.
But it's I think with it being across state lines, I think that makes it federal.
That's kidnapping, dude.
No, I think it's little things. I mean, like if you send a gun through the mail, that's and from one state to the other, that's a federal crime because it's crossing state lines.
You're using the federal mail, but the internet is not owned by the government, or not.
Okay. Again, I'm no legal scholar. I'm just giving what I think I know, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, the mail thing. Yeah, I can see that, but the internet is not yet owned, regulated by the government.
Well, I just you gotta be smart, about what you put on Facebook. I mean, I know we're gonna get into this story, but that GOP staffer that was posting stuff about being Sasha. She got caught up.
Yeah, she's not in jail though.
Well, but
yeah, nah.
She's out of a job. I mean, it doesn't mean she won't. She won't get one.
I can see the GOP headline now: Obama family loses one job. I can see that shit now.
Yeah, but just imagine you at work, or you come home from work, and the feds is sitting outside your door, talking about you be scared like a motherfucker. Like, that ain't no joke for some shit you just put online. Like, that's crazy, man.
How do they track? How do they track? This may be a naive question, but how do they track him down? Is this put his address up or something?
Well, I think it's probably simple. I mean, his full name. He's got his. He probably has his information on his Facebook page.
I mean, they can contact his provider, and they get his IP address. They get his provider, and they got a federal warrant. AT&T, Verizon, Cox, whoever, they got to give it up.
That's the federal government. You don't think that they can't find anybody that they want? You don't think that they ain't had Osama bin Laden in their sights for 8 years? Come on, man. Government.
The government.
Yeah, so if you're going to be out there, typing some crazy stuff on Facebook, be forewarned. They are not
Shoot,
taking it as a game.
even at my old job one time, someone posted something about work, about somebody at work, and it was one of those things. They posted it while they were in a meeting talking about somebody who was given some information during a meeting, and some of the people that worked there were friends with this person, and they, LOL, commented, "Ha, very funny, da da da." HR called all of them in, not just the person that posted, but the people that commented. No, come on in. You need to sign this little disciplinary form right here, and so you got to be careful with that.
All right. Well, there you go. Internet gangbang, internet terrorism. They ain't playing. Staying on Ferguson for a second, President Barack Obama. What?
I like that impression.
is proposing a 3-year, $263 million spending package to increase the use of body-worn cameras and expand training for law enforcement and add more resources for police department reform. And this is in regards to what happened in Ferguson and the protesting. What do you guys think about this? Now we're going to spend even more money. We're going to spend some more money on getting the cameras for all of our officers and then getting them expanded training.
How much was it? 263 million?
Total package was $263 million. $75 million of that is going toward those little cameras.
That's all the money it takes to train every cop in the country?
Apparently so. All you gotta tell is stop beating down blacks. Okay, next. I'm just joking.
Well, shoot, I got 2 words for that. Rodney King. we already had it on video, and it didn't do it good. So
don't believe your eyes. Listen to what we're telling you.
and Q, you probably know what kind of camera did old boy have. I mean,
Rodney King one.
Yeah. Probably a little Kodak. Yeah. For a Christmas gift.
So, what they're gonna do is buy a bunch of GoPros for the cops.
There you go.
That just means more dick pics, most likely.
Oh boy. Pause.
Is that what you're looking for, Q?
See now I'm a quote Michael Dean.
Leave me out of this.
You got to open your mouth. See, I'm quote Michael Dean. The next time you want to talk about firing women, you might not want to talk about naked boyfriends, cuz.
Here you go.
Let that go. Let it go.
Woo.
Let it go.
But in all seriousness, Ampu, what do you think about that?
I want to find out who was one of his campaign donors and if they own stock or own a video camera company. It seems like $263 million. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna follow the money. Follow the money. It just seems like I don't think you need to be spending that type of money on cameras. Why don't we get some sensitivity training as well as having better application screens? Why don't we do that first? Then let's move up to the spending our money, our tax money, on body cameras.
All right, Sean Hill, what do you say?
Well, I basically already said it. I mean, we've had cameras, filming stuff, and it seems like to me the best stuff are Joe Citizen with a cell phone. I mean, of course they can't capture everything, but was that video you posted not too long ago? We talked about it on the show. The guy that was being harassed and he got tased. The brother, I don't remember where that was, but he was sitting outside the bank. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes it's a good start to have that stuff, but again, when you say, okay, we can videotape it and we'll have irrefutable proof. Well, again, we had irrefutable proof with Rodney King, and we all know how that turned out. So, it's something that could be helpful, but it at the same time, maybe not.
And the thing is that we're going to spend money not to fix the problem, which is police brutality, We want to spend money so we can capture the
Catch
police.
brutality. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, to be clear, it was 75 million of that goes to the cameras. The rest of that money is going to the retraining
Retraining.
and more resources. It says whatever that is, right?
All I can say is having lived outside of New. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, go ahead. Go ahead.
All I can say is having lived outside New York City for about 8 years, and everyone complaining about that city being like a police state and there's cameras all over the place. That may be true, but you can't deny that crime. New York City is probably the safest large metropolitan area in the country right now. So there's a precedent for putting cameras up. Now, are the cops gonna, have sudden wardrobe malfunctions with these cameras? I don't know. I feel like beating a nigga down. Oh man, my shit not working. I don't know.
Yeah, you see somebody getting pulled over, you see the low battery flashing, and then as soon as the baton come up, it cuts out.
But the other question is, they already have dashboard cameras, or is that just local, like?
Those are mostly local, and those usually appear on TV shows. The car wrecks, the wild police chases of LA.
Yeah, I for one, I want the body cameras. I think it puts the cops a certain level of accountability. Like, shit, this is being recorded. Like, I can't just bust him over the head. I at least has to show that he has to swing on me. If I'm gonna say this, then it's gonna show that he didn't do shit to me. So I do like that it's there. I don't think it's gonna solve the problem, but it's a factor of helping a little bit. I at least like that Obama's at least trying to address. I think he's trying to play maybe both sides of, I can't really just condemn the cops because they're not going to look right, but I can't just outright say the protesting is right. So I think it's sort of an easier way to say, well, I see y'all out there. I definitely see all the noise, and let me throw some money at it. So.
My question is,
throw some money at it. All right.
Are the cops in Beverly Hills going to be wearing them just like the cops in Compton? Or is it just going to, is everybody going to wear them?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would hope.
Kind of on the same line of Ferguson. Did you guys see the Rams players, what they did Sunday?
Hands up. They
came in, and then the police, what was it, I guess union or association, whatever, they came down hard on the NFL. The NFL said, that's all right. We've got enough controversy going on this season. We gonna step away from this one. We're not gonna punish them.
So how is that not free speech as well? I see all these conservatives talking about they're idiots, and isn't that free speech?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean.
Now here's my question. What I have other okay, I'm not gonna fuck him out. J.M. Bovee, I'm calling him out. On his thread, he had some people saying that it's been proven that Michael Brown did not have his hands up. Has it been proven?
From what I've heard from the transcript from the grand jury, yes, but I don't. It hasn't been proven in an official court of law, but at least from the grand jury testimony, that's what it seems to indicate.
Well, the prosecutor said so that's all that matters.
The prosecutor said his hands were not up?
Yeah. In his defense of Darren Wilson in the grand jury indictment, non-indictment.
I just don't understand. Can't you tell by, I'm not a forensic, what do you call them, forensic, like Barry Allen on The Flash, but or a CSI guy, but can't you tell by the I hate to say this, the body, if the person was shot at close range or far or from a distance? It seems like that would be something that like if there's more powder or gun residue on the body, that probably means it was close range.
I don't think that information was provided to the public or to the grand jury. Read into that what you will.
That seems strange because that would prove whether he was attacking or charging the officer or not.
It does seem strange. I would agree with you.
I'm still trying to understand in what world does a black man charge at a white officer with his gun drawn on you, reaching into his waistband for nothing. Help me understand that one.
Hey, man.
You won't get it here. I
We
think
all
the
trying to
four of
figure it out.
us. Yeah, I think the four of us are in unanimous agreement on that.
I
Uh-oh.
do know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I thought you were about to say something.
No, my best friend. I mean, this guy. I've known him since I was 11, or I know him a long time. For the most part, he's the calmest guy, straight laced, graduated from Annapolis with honors. He was the Denzel character in Crimson Tide. He was captain of his own submarine for 5 years. He called me up tonight, and I guess I was his sounding board tonight because he was going off about this Ferguson thing. I was like, damn, Rich, calm down, man. You all right? You driving, bro? Because some of our high school friends, white friends, have been going on Facebook talking about Michael Brown killed himself. And, man, I've never seen my friend like that, man. He was, like, been out of shape. It's just an emotional thing, I guess.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, man, it ain't over. We still need a lot of healing, and still needs to be a lot of discussion on race in America, man. It ain't post-racial and all this other crap.
And I say it, I've typed it before and put in message boards, on articles, and even on Facebook. It's amazing, and Q, you'll probably appreciate this. It's amazing that how these right-wing, neocon, conservative Republicans will rail on the federal government with Obama's administration over and over again about don't trust them. They're trying to destroy our country. They're making us unsafe. They're trampling the Constitution. They're stealing your hard-earned money. But then when a certain segment of that population says that they're being mistreated by a local government-sponsored police department, they don't believe it. I don't understand how that works.
Well, I think the argument would be the difference of local versus federal level government. I'm not saying that's justified, but I mean there is a difference, you know. So maybe that's what they hang their hat on.
I just don't understand, how do you say don't trust the government, the quote-unquote federal government, but local government police,
but
trust them all the time?
But I mean, I'm not defending conservatives by a long shot, but one of their platforms is they don't trust the federal government. They think states should be able to handle their own matters. So that is consistent with what they believe.
So they think that corruption in government begins and ends on the federal level.
They don't think the government should be infiltrating our lives. They believe in states' rights.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying is how their line of thinking, that corruption in government begins and ends in the federal government, and that state and local.
Well, maybe it's because, you know, the federal government has more power. So, you know, with what is it? What's that saying? Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So,
Yeah.
the more powerful you are, the federal government is far more powerful. They can enact rules that can affect each state. So that's their reasoning, that the government has more power consolidated, so they're more concerned about the federal government than they are the local government. I'm just trying to make their argument. I'm not defending them.
Thanks for clarifying.
We'll agree to disagree, sir.
You're not disagreeing with me. I'm saying over and over again. I'm just trying to think, like, get into their heads. But I think they are. What's that?
I was going to say, someone disagrees with Q-Storm. Alert the media.
Hey. It's a curse being right all the time.
It's a curse, but how would you know?
Because I'm talking to you.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, here's something good or cool. Prince. We got to sneak him in here somehow. He made a surprise performance at the Hollywood Hotel. I think this was Saturday or Sunday night. It was captured on video.
Tonight, Mike.
Say what now?
How many drinks you had tonight, Mike? Because you having problems with a lot of words.
It's been a long day, man. It's been a long day, baby. But he made a surprise. It's a surprise performance at the Hollywood Jazz Night. It's on video. and you can see him he's doing one of his classic type of, pick up somebody's guitar solo and going in. Have you guys got a chance to see that performance?
I have it bookmarked.
All right.
I've seen it. It's pretty
I
dope.
haven't.
I didn't. I couldn't get into the song, but it looked kind of dope how he's just standing there, effortless.
Now,
Now, what was you saying about Mike? Damn.
Uh-huh. Have a seat, my brother. Have a seat.
Wow.
Filling in on the guitar.
So while we're on the subject of Mr. Nelson, real quick, we're about what? 2.5 months.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
What? You don't know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
No, you don't know what I'm gonna say. We're about 2.5 months removed from the release of Plectrum Electrum and Artificial Age, and I myself am ready to declare that Plectrum Electrum is a far better cohesive album than Artificial Age. I might be in the minority in this, though.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not prepared to say it's a better album, but if I'm skipping through tracks, I tend to play more off of Plectrum Electrum than I do off of Artificial Age.
Me too.
I don't even play that album anymore.
Which one?
Which one?
Plectrum Electrum. And I don't dislike it, but I only like maybe 3 or 4 songs on it, to be honest.
Go ahead, Ed.
I only listened to 3 songs: "Fix Your Life Up," "Funk and Roll," and "Another Love."
Wow. See, I listen to pretty much. I'll tell you what I don't listen to. I don't listen to "Stop This Train" and "Tic Tac Toe," and of course the dismal "Boy Trouble."
You don't listen to Tic Tac Toe?
No.
That's a good song.
Wow.
Just not. I don't like it because it doesn't fit the vibe of the album. I think it would be
the Boy
better.
Trouble does.
Huh?
Like you said, no to Boy Trouble. Let me take that back.
No, boy. I've gone on record as saying that's up there with Jughead and as far as I think I said that on the review show. I'm putting it up not far behind Jughead. Jughead and New Power Generation Part 2.
Wow.
Hey, get off of the leave it New Power Generation Part 2 alone.
Yo, kid! I got the big noise. I'm sorry, that rap is terrible. I don't know, the thing with Artificial Age, I guess I'm just not I'm not getting the concept, and maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe you guys, or at least maybe Mike, you delved into a little bit more. Have you figured out what's going on as far as the concept goes, or is this some segues are going to come up in bootlegs 15 years from now, and it finally makes it make more sense?
Speaking of the concept, I can't figure out the concept of like listening to the songs. Again, I just feel like the overall naming of the album, and maybe Artificial Cage maybe touches on it, but I think that the concept was to say, I'm going to give you, what you guys want to hear today, which he may think is artificial, but I'm going to do it, and he does it great. And it's almost like Chaos and Disorder, like I said before. I just feel like he's being very snarky with the concept of it and the presentation of the album. But I will say, other thing I'll add to this, I've been recently listening to one of his Montreux concerts, and then we talked about this on High Heel Boots, the song Big City.
Oh, man. Woo.
I think there is a strong connection that there was probably a very different configuration of songs and ideas, because the song like Big City, Superconductor, Time, This Is What It Sounds Like, what's the last song on the Andy Ello album? Stars Collide. All of those songs thematically and lyrically, and also Rock and Roll Love Affair, they reference each other in those songs, and some of the lyrics are the same in those songs. I think that there was probably a whole other idea, for whatever reason didn't work, that there was going to be a more cohesive Prince Andy sort of thing, or she was going to have some of those songs and didn't get used. But I see a definite connection in those songs. I actually put those songs together in a playlist. And you can hear, it took me until I heard that Montreal because he does People Portal on there and he does Superconductor, and then I was listening to him and I'm listening to Big City. I'm like, you know what? These songs actually all do go together. And then the songs that he has on his album with her, then he's saying the same stuff in those songs that's in the other ones. Dirty Hotel Room is the theme that they kind of say over and over. Rock and Roll Love Affair, Rock and Roll Marriage. So there was definitely some other thing going on, which it's just interesting if you kind of look at it like that. Rant over.
Yeah, I just think that there's a lot of bogginess, and it's probably not a word, but I'm gonna use it anyway. With Artificial, I think this is what it feels like. Kind of bogs the album down a little bit. I think the Affirmation 1 and 2 definitely bogs it down. The Funk and Roll remix is horrendous. There's just so much, and then I've talked ad nauseum about Clouds, and at some point I am gonna make that re-edit of that song and see how I like it better that way. But I even think Artificial Cage is a terrible opener.
Oh, dude, what are you saying?
Here's
objection sustained.
Out of the mouths of babes. I was listening to it one day, and Palmer comes in, and she said, I switched it, and she says, "Oh, Dad, I want to hear that." I said, "You want to hear that?" She said, "Yeah, I want to hear Party Rock." I was like,
"You want to hear what?"
Party Rock. Party Rock is in the house tonight. You know, because it kind of has that clap that Party Rock has.
What is Party Rock? I don't know what that is.
The
LMFAO song.
I'm sorry, who?
LMFAO. I think.
Yeah, Party Rock
is in the house tonight.
Listen to that song, and it's got that clap. It's got that fast clap thing going on, and that's the same thing that Artificial Cage has going on in it. I don't like the rap. I don't like the girl, whatever. I guess it's the same girl in Boy Trouble. I'm assuming because it sounds the same. I don't know. I just do not like that song at all.
All I know is those verses are tight as hell. That's probably my favorite song on the album.
I like that song now too.
You like it now?
When it first came out, I didn't like it, probably for a lot of the reasons that he says. But to me, I like the song. It works.
Is it Boy Trouble or Artificial Cage?
Artificial Cage.
No.
I love Boy Trouble.
When those verses hit on Artificial Cage, I was in heaven. I was like, this is what I've been waiting for.
I think part of my problem is I can't get to the verses because by the time that girl, whatever she's saying at the beginning, I'm already skipping the track. I cannot stand that.
Did you like the track that he debuted on New Girl? What was that called?
No, I rarely listen to that.
Oh, yeah.
At least you're consistent.
All right. Well.
I think I downloaded it, and it's on my iPod, but it usually gets skipped if it comes on.
Wow.
All right. I think you guys had a couple of stories you wanted to talk about.
Well, hold up. I kind of got some mild breaking news for y'all.
Who died?
Nah, nobody.
Who's ratchet?
Although this film might be dead. So according to comicbookmovie.com, Batman vs. Superman has new details that not only will Doomsday be in the film, but the Flash and KJ Beast.
Who's KJ Beast?
He's a Batman third-tier villain. This is like too goddamn much, DC.
There's like 6 characters now that are going to be in this thing.
You got Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Cyborg, Lex Luthor, that was already announced, Wonder Woman, that's 6. Now they're saying the Flash and Doomsday, that's 8, KJBs, as well as Alfred. That's 10.
Well, the subtitle of this movie is what? The Dawn of Justice. It's a Justice League lead-in.
All right.
We'll see. I'm like Sean, man, until they drop that trailer or something. It's hard to know.
Well, I was going to...
Go ahead.
No, I was going to... Go ahead, because I was going to move to the next story, so go ahead and...
So I'm just going to say, Mike, he's gonna wait and see until the trailer come out. He's waiting to see the trailer. Okay.
Just like I was with Star Wars, I was like, I'm curious. Now I'm like, okay, they gave me a little something, so we'll see, man. Personally, all they got to show is a badass, quick second of Ben Affleck as Batman and a quick shot of Superman, and if it just looks tight.
They did that already. They did that in.
No, I mean like in the trailer. I'm talking about moving stuff. If they show something in the Batmobile, I'm be like, I'm all ready to get my money. Now, that movie could be horrible, but I'm all excited.
Is Gal Gadot still playing Wonder Woman?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Then it's gonna be horrible.
We don't know. All right, go ahead.
So I mentioned it earlier. We have. I'm gonna try to read it. Probably not as well as Michael Dean, but I'll try it anyway. I can read. So I'm not Floyd.
Shots fired.
I said I'm not Floyd. I didn't say it was.
You said you're not Michael Dean, but that's cool.
No, I said I would try to read it.
Compliment, man.
Yes, that was a shot.
No,
I took that as a diss.
I said I'm not as good as Michael Dean, but I will try.
No, see, you just cannot pay Negroes compliments.
John, just do this.
Hey, I'm a cold answer. This is why we can't be great. Okay. A senior Republican staffer is resigning after her comments that the Obama daughter should try, quote unquote, try showing a little class, caused a firestorm of criticism on social media this weekend. Elizabeth Lawton faced heavy backlash when she wrote a Thanksgiving screed against the Obama daughters, as well as the president and the first lady, on Facebook that quickly went viral across the web. In it, she scolded Malia and Sasha, 16 and 13, respectively, for what she said was inappropriate outfits that their board looks during Wednesday's turkey party ceremony, which they attended alongside their father. Quote, "Dear Sasha and Malia, I get you're both in your awful teen years, but you're a part of the first family. Try showing a little class, at least respect the part you play." Now, it's gone on now that there's some pictures of her, I don't know if you guys have seen those pictures, of her sucking on a beer bottle and acting a fool at the club. You know, this is a case where if you go throw shade or dirt at somebody, shit is clean. You know what I mean? You said, don't throw the dirt, and you got dirt right back at you now. I shot of a job, but you know I have no sympathy for that. I just think it's hilarious that she throwing shade.
Obama administration strikes again.
You know, I just think it's hilarious that she throwing the dirt and got dirt herself. So.
It also tells the story that she was arrested as a teen for shoplifting.
Yeah,
I put up, if you're going to chastise two teenagers about acting correct, don't have a juvenile arrest in your background.
Now, she was what, an assistant or something? What was she?
I thought she was an op-ed writer for the New York Times. Is that right?
It just says a senior Republican staffer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, staff.
Oh, I'm sorry. Communications director for Tennessee Representative Stephen Fincher.
Oh, but yeah, see, that's her first mistake. You in politics, and you gonna go swinging for the most powerful man's daughters, your children, and did she put this online or something? Or what
it was on Facebook.
Man, see, I put her in the same category as what's my man Sterling. All these people that put out stuff and don't think that this ain't the 21st century, where it's gonna come out, and that's where you work. You shitting where you play. It'd be different if she was just a reporter or nobody that wasn't in the game. But how you gonna move up in politics but you clowning the president? Like, they don't play even for Republicans. They probably was like, what are you doing?
And the thing, cameras are everywhere. I mean, everybody's got a camera. If you got a phone, you got a camera. So you got to be careful. You can go out and have fun or whatever, but be registered to know that you in somebody's camera. You on somebody's hard drive doing something or showing something that you may not want to be showing.
I guess one of the first daughters found that out too.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. Which that's a whole nother whole nother thing.
I mean, I just don't get. Well, before I go in on this chick, pause.
Whoa, wait. You're pausing going in on chicks now? Something you want to tell us, bro?
Damn, man.
When you say something that can be misconstrued as sexual,
He ain't been delivered.
Jesus.
He hasn't been delivered.
Anyway, before I go in on her, I gotta go in on my liberal brethren because y'all like this is
wow, really?
I didn't say you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying my liberal, democratic, left-leaning brethren, where they were just like, this is just so disrespectful, and it tells you this is racist because they never went in on the president's kids before. I'm like, God damn it! Just because you're new to politics or you're new to paying attention to politics, don't mean shit ain't happened before. They went in on them damn drunk ass Bush.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
But they were actual drunks, and their parents were drunks.
Okay, wait, whatever. Okay, still they went in on them.
Well, who went in on them?
The liberal, the left side. It damn sure wasn't the Republicans.
But it wasn't
and
like
comedians.
Well, I'm talking about people that's in that business though. Like their aides wasn't gonna go online and go blasting the other side. You wouldn't do that.
That's a good point. But I'm still saying they still faced some venom. Chelsea Clinton. I remember Rush Limbaugh calling her horse-faced, and she was in middle school or high school at the time. So.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but here's the thing too, man. We can go back and forth. See, the thing is, me, I'm always a big proponent of, understanding the battlefield, understanding game about yourself. If you know we in a racially tense America, and especially if you're a white person, there's a double standard. You don't want to get that racism tag put on you, or you coming at children put on you. So to me, it would be like common sense would be like, you know what? If I say something that could be construed as funny on some black kids, not only any kid, but the most famous black children in America right now, and I work in this business, they're gonna probably come for me. Am I gonna jeopardize my whole career over some text, 140 characters? She would be better off to say, you know what, just say those jokes to your friends. But remember the game. Understand the game. It's politics, fam. You're not gonna win that one.
I think she was playing the game. I really thought that I think that she believed that she would gain more points speaking on them than lose points. That's the only thing I can think of.
She was on her white privilege. She was on her white privilege at the wrong time. That's what she was doing.
I think Q, you need to write Obama's speech if he ever talks about this. What do you always say? I'm coming from your jugular. if you talk about my kids.
Yeah.
I think you should help Obama write that speech.
I'll just say this. Well, I'm not gonna say that now. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, the feds is watching now.
Yeah, y'all got me shook the way Mike was just talking. Watch what you say.
Oh, we've already said the code words tonight. They already recording the show, so.
And Obama probably was behind the scenes, and he probably just looked at somebody and said, "She's done. Make it happen. She's out of here."
He was like, "You make sure she's done before Michelle hear about this." That's all. Yep. I ain't gonna hear about. It's Thanksgiving. I'm trying to get me some night, and I don't need to hear that from Michelle.
Michelle got so much game. She was like, "You know what? You better get it before I do." Get it? Go ahead now.
She's like,
I have one of these little homegirls from down here, down in the street.
Michelle took her earrings off.
She was probably like, "All right now, don't start nothing.
Don't let the title of the first lady fool you." I'm still outside of Chicago.
I'm just gonna say this: when she turns 20, if Malia want to pose for FHM or something like that,
here you go.
To quote Charlie,
FBI, feds and FBI. If you need information, please let me know. I am not taking the fall for this, Nagra.
To quote Charlie Murphy, he's a habitual line stepper.
Don't even worry. Right now, we broadcasting color bars. Right now, they already
They didn't already pull the
shut us
signal.
down.
Yeah, we just don't know it yet, but they ain't already turned the signal off. They about to knock on our doors any minute. Starting with Q.
He's like, Mr.
Get your license. Pow, pow, pow.
Mr. Keystone 476 on the night of December 12th. Did you say this about Malia?
How they always do it in the spy movies? They'll just leave a still picture of Q, so we think he's still sitting there.
I think his
That
screen
guy
froze.
gone.
The screen froze. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He's like that, but that was just mad. I ain't gonna say it was disrespectful because I know that they were counting down to Lindsay Lohan's 18th birthday, Hilary Duff's 18th birthday, Keke Palmer. I'm trying to think of some other, Selena Gomez. So I'm not gonna say it was out of pocket. It's just like, damn, nah, son, don't do that.
No, well, give the people. What are you talking about? For those who don't know what we are.
So about Sunday around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I was, surfing the internet, and I saw that Malia Obama is trending on Twitter. And I'm looking like, are they still talking about that damn Thanksgiving turkey thing? So I just happened to click on it, because that's just what we do. We got to investigate these things.
Right. Yeah.
In case you listen. I click on it, and there's a Vine, and somebody said Malia Obama got cakes. And I'm like, cakes for our non-soul food culture people means the gluteus maximus, booty. And I'm looking like, I probably shouldn't click on this. I probably shouldn't.
No fly zone, instant.
I'm like, no. But I got no. So I ended up clicking on it.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Some fool actually must have been just stalking her on the news and got a glimpse of her walking in and out of a building and said, cakes. I'm like, remarking about her backside. And it just went viral. You had all these people talking about Malia Obama for president. She gets it from her mama, all kind of mess. And then the story ended up going even further viral because Arizona Cardinals football player, he put it on Instagram saying that when's Malia Obama's prime and she can see me when she turns 18. And I'm just like,
that's wrong. That's just wrong.
Hey, Ant, was the guy on Twitter, was that at R. Kelly by any chance?
Somebody make that joke somewhere.
At Pied Piper? I see you shaking your head, Mr. Dean.
And now that NFL player, is that Darnell Dockett?
Yeah.
Now he catching heat. He mess around and put your situation at jeopardy.
That's just
we got to be honest. If the white woman catches hell, he's got to catch hell.
Yeah.
And actually, his might be a little worse because you putting some sexual connotation on not only an underage girl, but an underage president of the United States. You realize the FBI have cause to come see you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what are you thinking about doing? You really want her to come see you when she turned 18? Are you trying to take her to prom? Or are you trying to kidnap her? What?
He probably won't be playing this Sunday.
Now he will be. But
who wants to do the quote this week? Who wants it? Ant, you got it? This is a business.
So I'm sexy but not dirty. I got enough problems now.
I mean, I almost fell off my chair.
They need to get somebody to live. Ray Rice, all y'all niggas. Listen, stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Because y'all acting stupid. Just refrain. Before you do anything on social media, just stop. Send it over to your social media expert guy and say, hey, can this go out? And let him say yay or nay, buffer that shit. Because cats is putting their careers on the line.
Yeah, but if you see, a lot of these cats don't think they can be told nothing because what happened to Bill Cosby? Meme contest?
Yeah.
That's his idea.
Now, didn't I saw he stepped off of the board of directors or something for Temple University?
University, yes.
Oh, I hear that.
Well, there's backlash against him for it, so, You know, he just decided to bow out. They said next is Spellman. I think
Oh,
he
really?
had some type of scholarship, and they're debating whether to relinquish that. I'm just thinking, like, as the top black female school in the country, yeah, I think you should.
Yeah, hopefully, not hopefully, but it seems as if the news cycle is starting to fall off of him a little bit. So maybe another week, they'll totally forget about it unless somebody else comes out swinging. I know that one lady from the reality show, she was on some show crying a
James
couple of days.
Dickinson, I think it
Yeah,
was.
she was on there crying, talking about he need to come out and admit it. So I mean, they still swinging for him a little bit, but the news is starting to lag off on him. They're gonna jump on
Well,
something else.
Ferguson, we got the Rices on they little political, or not political, sorry,
Oh,
publicity
right.
tour. So I still don't know what happened to that plane in Malaysia. You know,
Yeah.
that's gone from the news.
Damn shame.
know-
All the top ratchet stories feature black folk too.
Well, it's ratchet, of course. It's gonna be black.
Wow.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say of course.
That's what you should do at the Ratchet Rundown, a show.
Wow.
All right. Well, one more story if you guys got one, then we'll wrap it up.
The Janae Rice.
Who?
Exactly.
Janae Ray Rice.
Oh, what did she? She did something. What did she do?
She did that 2-part Today Show.
That's what I'm saying. They on their publicity tour.
But the big story is everybody was like, God damn, her mom could get it too. Her mom, I had to say this on Facebook because her mom is 43, Janae is 26. I'm saying there's a problem when a mother and a grandmother is within my dating age range. That's a problem.
Really?
Hey, she ain't that too. Grandma ain't that too much older than me that I can't get at it. And Janae within my range, 26, I can work with that.
And you wonder why we call you the king of ratchets.
Exactly. The issue was domestic violence. He swung this and flipped it around to, damn, the mama fine too. I do. God damn, man.
You know what? Whatever. I'll be that.
We know.
Honestly, I don't think anybody cares what she has to say. Honestly, I mean, I didn't even watch it. I just think that what is she gonna say? She know that money's at stake. So of course she gonna support her husband. What else is she gonna do?
Now, do you believe this was an isolated incident? This was the first time ever? As she said?
It could very well be. It doesn't change it. But again, even if it wasn't, it still doesn't matter. She go still support him.
Now,
so I don't really. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, and he's also been cleared to come back to the league, right, and play again.
Yeah.
He won his appeal.
So hey, if his job ain't got no problem with it, and ultimately she has no problem with it, I don't have a problem with it.
Well, the job still has a problem with it. They just lost the appeal. I mean, he was originally fined 2 games. Then the video comes out, and then the backlash hit Roger Goodell. Now I'm gonna suspend him the entire season. So essentially, it was double jeopardy. He already served what he was supposed to serve. They should have the NFL. They already had the video. Someone I want to say TMZ or I don't know, another organization had said that we sent the NFL the video. They just didn't look at it. So I think the NFL was wrong in their 2-game suspension, but that's what they gave them initially. So they should have stuck with that.
Yeah. Hey, they're gonna do what the money say.
Yeah.
Bring this black ass back in the game.
Somebody's
Controversy's over. Let's get back to making some money.
Pretty much. I just want Keith Olbermann to get off that goddamn high horse. I ain't that. I'm not gonna say that statement either.
Actually, I gotta kind of co-sign Ant. I'm looking at the mom here.
Oh Lord, stay away, Q. Don't do it.
Wow.
Don't let them drag you down, brother. Don't let them drag you down.
What is she? 30?
She's 43.
Mm.
She just dressed like she's still 30.
That's kind of
She is
bad.
really young, though.
That's kind of bad when you go on TV with your mom and fellas are looking at your mom like, okay.
Damn, the ratchetness that went bi-coastal.
Hey,
It's very infectious.
hey, Sean, just because your wife in the room there, don't try to be all right looking.
Oh no, I'm in the garage, player. I've been banished.
Hilarious.
Trying to make me feel bad. Wait, there's one more story I wanted to look at. I don't know if you had a chance to see this, but the story of the football player for the Cincinnati Bengals, Devin Steele. So the backstory is that he had a daughter, 4-year-old daughter, that was stricken with cancer,
No.
and he decided that he was going to take the year off to be with her and help her get through this situation. They said that there was a 50-50 chance that she could survive. And the Cincinnati Bengals, they were like, well, we feel your issue, but damn it, we need to, we got to play these games. So they were like, they cut him, but then they brought him back to the practice squad because they realized, hey, if we on the practice squad, you can get your free health care, and your daughter can get all the care that she needs, which is going to be like, they said it's been like $1 million worth of health care for treating her daughter. And they started selling his jersey so she can get more money to help pay these bills and the care for the daughter. One of his big heartwarming stories. So then the baby mama decided to go to
Lord.
Gloria Allridge and say he ain't been paying child support.
Wait, I thought he's not with the mother of the daughter.
Nope, they were dating, and as Negroes tend to do, got her pregnant and left her. So she went to Gloria Allred and said that he asked her, that the football player asked her to move to Cincinnati so he can be closer with his daughter. She said no, and apparently he stopped paying child support. And we're like, God damn, like, me, I'm thinking, okay, something ain't right with the story. So, of course, TMZ got the truth. Apparently, there never was a court order for him to pay child support, and that he was just paying her, giving her money, and I guess they got into some argument, and he stopped giving her the money or whatnot, and now there's this big old mess.
Well, okay. I mean, my take is if you're making millions of dollars, it's not you're not having an argument with your child. You're having an argument with the spouse or the jump off or whatever you call her. So, I mean, the child shouldn't have to suffer for that.
But my thinking is that, well, one, I think she embellished the story, but two, it's like the dude is playing football for the sake of getting this free health care, provided by the league, that's providing care to hopefully save your daughter's life. Are you really gonna complain about what extra money he ain't giving you for the care of the child? He's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that $1 million medical tab.
Can I just say one thing real quick? It'd be nice if one of these stories, it would be the father and the mother were together, and the daughter had the cancer, or the kid had a clean record. He wasn't posting shit on Facebook where he was trying to be a thug.
Oh man, here you go.
It just would be, yeah. Go ahead and sing that song. Show them pearly whites while you're singing it. Show them pearly whites.
Hey,
you see that light switch on the wall? He turned that off. And teeth, I mean, it would just be nice. It would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? Just once. Yes,
it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a story then. They wouldn't
even the princess boy, the father was nowhere to be found.
Oh.
The what boy?
The princess boy about 3 years ago. You don't know about that story?
Oh, the one that was dressing the mother was dressing the boy as a girl. Oh Lord.
I mean, damn.
It's the world we live in, man.
Actually, in that story, the family was together. He just never appeared on camera,
Oh, okay.
which is a whole other thing.
Yeah, honey, you go out there and face the national public. I'm gonna be over here at the pool hall. You go handle that.
Pretty much.
You got that right. You good? All right.
Pretty much.
He said, I will
it
not
looks
be
like
on
as
camera
we're-
privy to this.
As we're kind of bringing it down to a close, I see Big Sexy has joined us. Sir, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Sorry, I just popped in late. Computer had issues, but I did hear the tail end about the player and the Gloria Allred represented mother. I know for a fact, because I have read the collective bargaining agreement, because I am an NFL certified player agent. Yeah, that's right, Q. That's right.
Just don't floss on us, Tom Big Sexy. Just don't floss.
Well, you know how it is. They have a very, very seriously comprehensive and packed medical program for spouses and family members. So the little girl is being taken care of. As long as this guy's on an active roster, she's going to be just fine. Now, the fact that he may not be breaking her off anything, and I'm not aware if there's a court order in place. If there isn't, she needs to shut the fuck up. If she's entitled, quote unquote, to some child support, go to court, get it handled, get the court order, get his wages, assigned for collection, and that will be that. The fact that she's taking it public with Gloria fucking Allred, come on, man. We know she ain't about shit. Yeah. And I bet I'm sure he loves his daughter, as all parents do. But I guarantee you, if he could have got out of that situation before she got pregnant, he would have. Because this chick is a headache.
I gotta ask, what's wrong with Gloria Allred?
She's a cunt.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said it. Mark Wiggins said it.
Well, as long as you give me a reason argument, counselor.
Okay. Very simple. She is an opportunist. She is.
What lawyer is?
Whoa. Whoa. She's
I didn't mean that.
in the sense of she will create drama only to increase her profile. It's all about her. Name one case, just one, that she's actually taken to trial and done anything with. Damn all the press. Damn that. What is she taking to trial?
Doesn't that mean she just settled out of court to avoid a trial?
That means she shook her people down out of a judgment, like they did with Michael Jackson, like they do with all celebrities. That's what this woman does, man. She's a sexist headhunter.
But don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, didn't she represent about 6 or 7 of the Tiger Woods girls?
Probably. I don't know for certain, but it would not surprise me.
Well, why shouldn't? Why is she?
She's like Al Sharpton with ovaries. That's what she is, man.
I don't understand. If they're
I'd sit here and let you slander Mr. Sharp. Not allow it.
Well, you won't be getting that interview, Michael Dean.
I will not allow it.
I guess I don't understand if people are entitled to a defense.
They are.
I mean, not a defense. She's not a defense lawyer. She's a prosecutor.
No. She is not a prosecutor. Right? She does not work for the government.
No,
she's
the one. She would be like the
plaintiff's counsel.
Yeah, right. Plaintiff, right.
Okay.
But anyone who files a suit is entitled to a counsel. So.
Oh yes.
So why is she a cunt for doing her job?
You like that? Look at that smile. It's very simple. It's very simple, Q. She has a track record of bringing frivolous claims.
There it is.
This is frivolous. If there's an issue with Laquita and the football player, then she needs to, like I said, go to court, get an order. All right? Get a spousal support order because paternity is not disputed here. Go to court when my man makes X, or my ex-man makes X dollars, and the judge will say, okay, fine. Were you married? No. Uh-huh. What about the little girl? Well, she's got these extraordinary medical costs. Those are being paid for. Oh, no. She's trying to shake this cat down. And on top of it, she's probably trying to angle for some reality bullshit TV show.
She would have done that by now. She's been in this game for quite a long time.
She's been at this game. No, not Gloria. I mean Laquita.
Oh. Why she got
her name Laquita?
I don't know what her name is. What's her name?
Her name is Janae. Not much better, but it's Janae.
Thank you.
But it is Janae.
Well, now, being that Miss Allred is quote unquote high profile. How is Janae, if that's her name? How is she able to?
Actually, her name is Channing Smith.
Okay, whatever.
Oh well, look we done.
How is she able to pay Ms. Allred's retainer?
Oh no. See, Gloria Allred will do what a lot of people do. They'll do it pro bono because they make up for it in the exposure.
That's my point. That's my point.
You
I'm saying what you said. She's an opportunist, so she definitely is doing this for get her name out there. She doesn't care less about the cause.
Not a damn bit.
Sexy, you trying to get your name out there? But every
Okay,
time
if I did something like that, I would expect to be called on it too. If I came to you guys and said, "Man, well, let me think of somebody who's some bullshit." I can't even think about it off the top of my head. Oh, okay. Think of somebody who's been on World Star Hip Hop, and I come out of the woodwork and call all these press conferences, along the lines of Allred and Sharpton, trying to sue over some bullshit. You guys would have me for breakfast. This is not, again, if this was a meritorious claim, it would be handled in court and not in the public. We are trained in law school. We don't take shit publicly. File your case, then if the media comes ask, then you talk about it. But you don't go to her, I'm going to Gloria Allred, and then Gloria Allred gets on her little soapbox and runs her yap for an hour and a half with nothing being filed yet. No, man, that's not cool.
So what you're saying is that she does a disservice to the attorney profession.
I wouldn't use the word attorneying, but she does do a disservice to all of us.
I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to say anything.
Lawyer.
He tried.
He tried.
Irregardless.
Oh!
Yeah.
Now you got to take a shot at the king now? Come on now.
I just said, we've been taking shots all night. So
I think
Mike
Pause.
before the show.
Yeah, pause. Sorry.
I think Mike took a couple of them before the show started, but that's another story.
There you go.
Wow.
We don't have time to get into it. We may pick this up next time. But just hitting the wire here, I thought they were going easy on Mr. Cosby. Cue the music. Actually, that's Arsenio. I'm trying to drag Arsenio into this. That's just time to get off of this. But the new headline says, man, the civil lawsuit filed today claims that Bill Cosby once took a 15-year-old girl to the Playboy Mansion, gave her alcohol, and sexually assaulted her. Now
year
this is 1974. Keep that in mind.
Come on now.
But they're going for now they're trying to go on the child abuse angle on them.
Trying to call the man a perv. That's not cool.
You're gonna need some help. I'm sure you got lawyers on deck, but
you seen the
that's
meme?
not true.
You seen the two memes with Olivia, right? So they
No, I haven't seen that.
was the one where he's pulling her. And she said,
I thought you were talking about Olivia Pope. You're talking about Olivia from the show.
Yeah, Raven Simone. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then there's supposed to be one where her hand was between his leg and he has this face of ecstasy, which I don't know where they got that one from, but it looked real. So.
Well, this is good. At least we'll finally start to get some manner of,
That ain't going to court, Q. You know that.
That's not going to court.
That is, please.
You think he's going to pay him off? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a settlement involved. But the thing is, what's worse about it is all these schools where he had his doctorates, honorary or not, they yanked him without any conviction or anything. That's not cool. Can the man get some due process around here?
Money talks, man.
Well, that's a good question. All this stuff is passed beyond the statute of limitations. How could there be due process?
Well, a sexual assault, that I'm not certain about.
Well, this is a civil lawsuit, so it's not a.
That I'm not certain about. This is a
How are you
sexual.
going to get a preponderance of evidence, though?
Oh, here we look at this man here.
The same guy that said the word attorneying. He comes up with preponderance of the evidence.
Check him out. Check out the big brain on hand poo.
Wow.
I was pre-law. Thank you very much.
Okay, attorneying.
He's pre-lawing.
Our fellas, I'm gonna have to cut in here, but we're gonna wrap this up. We had a good run tonight.
Boo, party
Well,
poo.
that's why we leave it wanting more. We'll definitely hit it back as we get on Saturday and whatnot. But before we do,
by the way.
we go around the room. We'll start at Aunt Pooh. Sir, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter under @poo. You can find me hopefully tomorrow with a new podcast with One Big Sexy Wrestling Rundown, talking CM Punk. If you want to know what the brothers think about CM Punk, take a listen to that show tomorrow. And I'll be on 401 Mania Sunday with a new comic book column and Breaking Kayfabe tomorrow. KnockoutNation.com.
All right, we'll definitely check you out. Mr. Q Storm, where can they find you, sir?
I just gotta know how are you a wrestler and your name is Punk? I don't get that. But anyway, you can find me at qstorm.com/lightning strikes. You can find me on Facebook as Michael Jones, Twitter qstorm3476, and YouTube the real REEL QStorm.
All right, thank you, sir. Next up, Mr. Sean Hill. Where can the people find you? And what's up with your blog, sir?
It's dormant. I won't be back until next week. I'm not seeing anything this week. I'm skipping Exodus and Gods or whatever. I especially after listening to you, Mr. Dean. You definitely. I had already not planned on it, but you definitely talked me into not going to see it. Sigourney Weaver as Cleopatra, really?
Wait. Okay, we got to talk about that off the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can find me at Twitter on Hill Street Views, Facebook, Sean Hill, and Real Movie Talk. And again, I will have something new on the blog at some point, hillstreetviews.blogspot.com. I think the next movie I am due to see is Chris Rock's Top 5. I'll be in that next week, so that'll be up next Friday.
All right, thank you, sir. Joining us a little late, but here nonetheless, bringing some of his lawyering wisdom, Mr. Big Sexy and Sack. Now, is that website up yet?
Oh, no, I'm still finishing up the office, but the phrase is attorneying, not lawyering. Let's get it right. I can be on Facebook.
Wow.
I know. Under my civilian guise is Mark Wiggins, and on Twitter, under my sexy guise, that's right, there's Big Sexy and Sack.
All right.
Go ahead and use that, Q. You know you want to. Go ahead. Go ahead and get the deep octave drop like I do. Go ahead, Q.
Nah, I'm good. How you say it? I'm good.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
There you go. That's C+.
All right. You can also please follow Podcast Juice on Twitter at Podcast Juice. Also, check out our page on Facebook. Just look up Podcast Juice. I invite you to join our Podcast Juice All Access page and get access to over 9 years of great podcasting content. It'll definitely keep you busy. I was thinking the other day, we're going to be on our 10-year anniversary. Well, Podcast Juice won't necessarily have been around for 10 years, but I have been podcasting for 10 years in a couple months. So that's very exciting. We're going to try and do something big for that. But definitely check us out. Hey, you know what I always say every day, work it like a job. We'll see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Hey, good night.